toss. San Miguel ang may hawak ng unang possession.
Well, so far, Ildefonso has been able to beat the jumpers there, and Nelson Asantono missing from the three-point territory early in the ballgame.
We talked about how important the three-point shot has been in this title series, and maybe we have one of the best here besides Vince season, but certainly this is really an unusual thing that the three-point shot has certainly become an invaluable weapon in the series, Vince.
Yeah, well, you know, the teams that can open up the inside usually have the advantage. No? Tayong sa Gordon, we have Marlo inside, so usually in Noli. So when Nike is going hot outside, it opens up a lot of things for them inside. But it seems sometimes these teams don't really need it so much because they're so motion-oriented. You have San Miguel really concentrating on the motion offense, where Alaska is more, you know, on the triangle.
Samantala, napakaganda nitong sapal na to, Dr. J. Right on the money si Pochuino.
Almost another bad, yes, it turned out to be a bad inbound, so Alaska up early here in this ball game.
We cannot help but come up with some parallelisms with game or 1995. Itong dalawa rin po ang laban nito noong Governor's Cup. Alaska also trailed 3-2 after San Miguel won game number 5 of the series in double overtime, just like in this one. And right now, Lastimosa getting a three-point shot at lamang po ang Alaska, 5-0.
It's a good start here for Alaska. Their shooters, notably their guards, have been getting their baskets in. That should be a good sign for them. Nelson Asaitono.
And the rampage continues, Andy.
But you know, Nelson has taken 2 triple Bs in this ball game. Gone in. Nice drop pass.
And it will count because of a foul. Lastimosa getting his 5th point of the ball game, and the Alaska fans whooping it up early here.
Well, we get 2 guys converging on him. Alaska sitting there wide open, so it's giving easy to him.
A lot of people are saying that Alaska must run a little bit more against the San Miguel team instead of allowing San Miguel to play the half-court game, which they are so accustomed to.
Right now, yan po ang ating score, 7-2, 5-point lead para sa Alaska Milk. One ball picked up by Daniel Defonso. 8 seconds sa kanilang shot clock. Pinatasan si Pochuino. Earl, stop on the Pochuino at the second clock. Only 3 seconds remaining in the bad pass. Lastimosa picking that one up. Lastimosa goes inside. Wala. Rebound ni Michael Smith.
Yung two situations, Smith decides to wait. Finally gets it to Ildefonso. Good block again.
That's the 3rd block by Pochuino in the ballgame. And this capacity crowd has certainly been up on their feet.
So far, it's been all Alaska here in the first minutes of this first quarter.
Parang Gordon sa naglalaro, Vincent.
Points down already, and you see that.
7.5 remaining in the first quarter.
An isolation play to pick. So far, nothing happening for San Miguel here. Back to Nelson's hands.
He had 17 threes back in game 5.
Past few days, so
We had to leave them. So how are you now?
well, I was sort of intact, and we'll be playing pretty good in the second half.
In the meantime, both legs are intact for Freddy Abuda getting the rebound.
Alaska beginning to miss, and San Miguel making sure there are no second opportunities for them via the defensive boards.
6:48 remaining in the first. Ildefonso. Harapan with Pochuino. Isolation play. He goes inside. Gets a tap. Ball at may foul and Howard lamang din Kenneth Correntes, it seems.
Reminding them that they're all champions. Pagkatapos ng mahabang dasanan, nakaluhod lahat. At the
Games. The last time was against Vince Heason's team, yung Gordon's Gin, in the finals of last year's Commissioner's Cup.
They didn't win, even though they came back with 2 straight games.
That's right.
And it's very obvious that the team that's behind will certainly come out a little bit harder
That's right.
in the first minutes. It's for San Miguel to keep their composure and stay within Alaska's game.
Right now, they're staying close at least. 3 puntos ang kalamangan, but this man has been waxing hot and he continues to do so. And obviously, Vince, got to Lastimosa. Welcome back. Camonetas reload, just in time to see that shot ni Johnny Barrientos. Triple B, number 1 for Barrientos, pangalawa na yan sa Alaska. And they go up by 8-14-6 with 5:35 remaining into the first quarter.
Well, Johnny certainly trying to make up for his lackluster game in game number 5.
He already tied his up with the last game.
Yeah, much more. He had 3 points in that game.
Yeah.
Tonight he already has 5, but Ildefonso on a 1-on-1 move there.
At ang pinagmamalaki ng Pangasinan, getting his 4th point of the ball game. Narito si Bong Hawkins, nasa gitna. He struggled in game 5 and he gets his first basket. Ito sa game number 6. Kalahati ng score ng Alaska. San Miguel lamang. Madadagdagan pass. Kenneth Durantes gets a good pass from Lastimosa.
Nice cut after the give. Job of boxing out. They're not letting San Miguel get those offensive rebounds.
It seems that Nelson is thinking his whole game is predicated upon getting an outside game going muna.
That's right.
If he gets that first, it'll open up certain drives.
Trying to set up that shot. 2 seconds to shoot. Mike's in. Wino controls. Lead pass. Here's Durantes all the way to the basket.
Yes. San Miguel is not coming down on defense. This is the first time that Coach Jacobs reacted.
And here they come.
Alaska has really stepped up the defense. They're not allowing a second shot whatsoever.
At all, yes.
Offensive rebounds are just not happening for San Miguel right now.
12 seconds on the shot clock. Wino inside, short stab. At makakuha siya ng foul. Dapat kay Nelson Rosay-Tonol. But it's Mendez man pumping up the Alaska team. What a move underneath Kenneth Durantes. And Alaska now on top by 14, 22-8. Alaska ay lamang ng 14 na puntos naman sa San Miguel Beer with only 2:22 remaining.
Enjoy Villamin taking away Muslim Abuda and Nelson Asaytono. He was not really driven to the basket a lot. Has taken too many 3-point shots for their own comfort.
Yes, Andy, as you noticed, Alaska is the aggressor in this game. You really noticed, even on defense, they're really aggressive. You see how they're going at the players and really making sure that they have a tough time making 2 points. And if they do get the shot off, then they're going to get the rebound.
This is the first chance that they have 2 offensive rebounds.
Guys, we're not doing what you talked about from day one. We gotta pick it up.
Well, picking it up is the name of the game because of finals. And Vince, you obviously know that you've got to
Charge. Whatever you have to do, you have to find it just so you can combat whatever is,
Ang pinti sa kanyang unang free throw. His average close to 8 points per ball game in this championship series. Nakuha niya yung pangalawa to add on to the Alaska lead. 25-10 ang ating score. A minute and 23 remaining sa first quarter.
With Nelson sitting down, San Miguel has to look for other options and maybe a little bit more.
Because Art de la Cruz, who was suspended in the last game, is back in the double game. So that's a tough shot.
it is. Everything on you, all of them are hitting.
Look at San Miguel to go at Alan Kaydik now. 6 seconds to shoot. Naagawan si Alan Kaydik. Nakuha ni Lastimosa. Pasa niya. Naagol muli ni Art de la Cruz. Tuloy-tuloy sa basket. Tumama sa back iron. Hot Junior with a rebound. At may loose ball foul na katawag laban kay Yoyo Villamin. Both teams are in the penalty.
Art de la Cruz had no idea how much time there was on the clock. He did not have to rush a very difficult layup there. You can see here, it's a 3-on-1. Spread it out. You've got a lot of big men. You drop off to Danny Ildefonso. Pochwinyo would have been in trouble. He had no idea of what time there was left on the clock. And so he went for a difficult finger roll.
At tuloy, napunta sa linya si Edward Wino. Already with 3 points.
All of them coming from the free throw line.
And si Coach Tim Cohn trying to get closer to the 9 titles of Norman Black. He has a total of 7. If he wins this conference, that'll move him within 1 of Norman Black as the second winningest coach here in the PBA.
He and Norman are what you would say the most active coaches. All the other coaches come and go.
Samantala, offensive rebound. Nandun na naman si Wino. Wala. Andun na naman si Durantes.
A lot of time here.
Siniswerte itong Alaska here in the first quarter. Lead is up to 16. 3 seconds remaining. I think he has to put it up. will not have enough time. And what a first quarter for the Alaska Milkmen, fighting for dear life. Here in game number 6, they have zoomed to a 16-point lead after 12 minutes of action. Rebound.
Art de la Cruz missed the last game out because of the suspension.
Tangan ng bola, Camilo sa labas. Yes! Super of a shot from Art de la Cruz.
That's what he can give them, not only his defense and rebound, but he's got a pretty decent perimeter shot and he can post up at Kenneth Durantes.
And I'm sure the emotion is there. I'm sure he wants to
Yeah.
bounce back from not being able to play in the last game. So
You want to help, huh?
I'm sure he wants to give some positive impact to the team.
In the meantime, this man has been giving all the impact plays para sa Alaska again. Andy right now sa Miguel. Dito sa mga galaw niya. Kamagala, 3-point shot. Wala pa rin para sa Lassen.
Careful with the ball and again.
Giving it to Daniel Defonso. Santos and there's Bennett Durantes. Getting Cafe Puro Slomo. Captain Marble all the way to the basket.
Captain Marbel, I like that name. In fact, I had the opportunity of going with Kenneth to his hometown in Cotabato.
Yes.
And I introduced him as Captain Marbel, and we have a little joke between us.
He probably is going to stick with it.
Good guy.
Meanwhile, Johnny Barrientos back into the ball game. 18-point lead right now for Alaska.
6 seconds to shoot para sa Alaska Milk. 3 to shoot. Hawkins goes up.
Yes.
And going again. It is now turning into a rout here in the first half. And of course, Daniel Defonso is also back in the ball game.
8 minutes and 52 seconds left. Second quarter of play.
Parehong koponan, malinis pa sa kanilang team fouls. 19-point lead. And Defonso getting a quick basket turner from a turnaround. 10 points in the ball game. Remains on the bench. Rodney Santos taking his spot as the starting lineup of Alaska is back on the floor. Almost. Hawkins, wala. Rebound, nabalik yung Hawkins, tumatakbo na si Ildefonso.
That was a mistake. Huh?
Lastimosa, nakawala. Offline. Rebound by Poch Uino, and there's going to be a loose ball foul. Laban kay Poch Uino. We talk about Kenneth Durantes, Captain Marbel. Well, he has been one of the best here in game number 6. Cutting into the lane, going baseline and the reverse. He has certainly been flying here today. Captain Marbel on the run and trying to lead Alaska here in game number 6. A total of 10 points. He's really stepped up his game. Right now, matagal lang hindi gumagalaw ang ating score. It remains at 34-17, nearing the halfway mark in the second quarter.
And Alaska doesn't mind.
Yes. And Daniel Rizala. And Rizala cuts down that lead somewhat to 15, but it's still all Alaska here in the first half. Here and trying to regain their composure and their bearings. Ildefonso, laban kay Kevin Ramas. He has led San Miguel in scoring in this game number 6. Asaytono takes a 3. In and out. Tapik ni Abuda.
Yes. So Abuda getting a defensive rebound and an offensive rebound. And all of a sudden, the lead is down to 13. 5 minutes and 20 seconds left in the second quarter of play.
Eddie Abuda, fifth-year pro mula sa Lawan, Samar. Cutting down that Alaska lead to 13. There's Captain Marbel.
Oh, big basket. That was a 3-point shot, a triple B.
Captain Marbel. Pag ganun, medyo
He's just guessing.
na-driving na nilang sumalala.
He cannot see the line of his spot at all.
Maybe you should ask him to open his eyes.
Jump shot, the Austin Rosella. He's a Canada guy who, when he plays well, hindi na sumasabay yung laro ng San Miguel.
That's right. He's also trying to keep them, just stay there, stay there. If we're down by 10, we'll take that, But they don't want to be down by 20 the way Gordon's game against Alaska in the 6th game last year. That's Mimosa.
Wow. It's just coming from all sides. You got Johnny, you got Ken.
Not a good sign. Of course, Johnny has proven that he can keep away from those fouls. 39-23, 16 po ang abante ng Alaska Milk. They have not looked back so far in this game. Mike Mustre, sisingit sa loob, kick out play, muting na magaw. Abuda gets inside. Oh, great move from Freddy Abuda.
Freddy really got surprised himself. He picked a couple guys.
Asaytono, he will take a 3. Good line, but that's short.
He's like 1 out of 14 from the field. He's even worse than Johnny was last game.
Oh, yes.
know, watching San Miguel right now reminds me, sort of reminiscent of my days in Ateneo when we had basically Richard Tixon and myself and
That was
other
it.
players. Not too many people really can contribute the way we were doing. And
With his shots, it's not something like it's in and out. You know, it's not even close the way. And that's why he's lagging behind in offense. He himself is down in morale right now.
Tono coming up from that 40-point performance in games 4 and 41 in game 5. Something that has been somewhat of a record here in the finals title series. And a good shot mula kay Freddy Abuda. Parang unsung hero ito si Freddy Abuda kung ihahambing natin sa NBA.
14 rebounds yesterday.
And of course, mas disente ang kanyang buhok. Sablay ang tira ni Kenneth Durante sa kanto. Lead is down somewhat to 14 but only 27 seconds remaining here.
So, you know, San Miguel has possession. Alaska is still one foul to give.
Dalawang fake. Huli na naman ni Pochuino. Hindi kumakagat, Doc.
Yes, well, Mustre is hurt, and that's why he has no confidence. If he wasn't hurt, that would have been an easy shot off the glass. But he's hurt, and he sees Huino coming at him on our Cape puro slow-mo, and a clean block right there.
Pangatlong sapal na yan ni Coach Huino. Ang Alaska's average 5 shot clocks in this title series.
You have plenty of time on the shot clock.
6 seconds to be exact. Naipit si Racela. Pumira ng Alahoy. Rebound. Makukuha na naman ni Freddy Abuda. Only 4 seconds on the game clock. Jump shot. Wala. Dorentes gets the rebound. And he throws one more heave. And that'll do it into the first half. An eventful first half here in game number 6. Alaska trying to stay alive. And San Miguel, well, they will have a lot of things to talk about during the half. They're down here by 14, 41 to 27. Sa aming pagbabalik, samahan niyo po si Dr. J at si Vince Season as they talk about
And came back, yeah.
Pag inaalat ka nga, Dr. J at Vince, pasok na, nawawala pa.
Correct.
yeah.
And he needed that basket to lift up his confidence a little bit. Easy 2 points underneath the basket for Bong Hawkins.
Nelson can't buy a break today.
Oh yes, he certainly cannot. 6 points in the game. Para kay Bong Hawkins, he has been outplayed in that power forward position. Laban kay Nelson Aceitono, but in our conversation with Sean Chambers, Dr. J, sabi niya nga kay Bong Hawkins, huwag mo nang isipin yun. Samantala si...
Look at the basket.
Nabanggit nga natin, Abariento struggled in game 5 with only 3 points, but he will come back in a big way today, and he has been ballistic so far in this ball game. Inside play, Ildefonso! Danny Ildefonso with his 12th point to lead all Pearmen in scoring.
Nalaro niya sa first half at gusto niya dalhin sa second half. Meron siyang dagdag na bala. Papasok niya sa second half. Sabi sa mga bata niya, eto handcuff.
At nakabalik ang San Miguel doon.
Yeah,
Kinulang.
they had it down to 3.
Yes.
Nelson cannot buy a basket.
Wow.
Maybe they should take him out.
You cannot help but think about the burnout factor as Aceitono had 2 40-point explosions. In the meantime, Kenneth Durentes is exploding himself.
At the same time, Nelson is almost always late coming back on defense, so he's not a factor helping against the transition offense of Alaska. 18-point lead back for Alaska. Biggest was the 20.
At 17 puntos na si Kenneth Durante. Samantala, Ildefonso is keeping them in this ballgame, Vince.
Danny Ildefonso is the name to watch in the years to come. He is one of the future stars, definitely, for the PBA.
Binugot mula sa amateur ranks, the young boy.
Oh, that's traveling.
Pero hindi tinawag. And Pochuino got away with that one.
Now nobody wants the ball.
Not even Nelson.
Here we go.
And Olsen was really not happy with that last play because you're the point guard. You're supposed to be getting the ball, not inbounding it.
Yun. And that's always the principle ni Ron Jacobs. 51-33, balik sa 18. Aceitono nilusob ang depensa. He finally gets his own miss in the putback. Aceitono with his first field goal in his last 13 attempts.
And one thing Nelson has not been able to do, he has not been able to go to the free throw line in this ball game, which is something you must do to help yourself.
Yeah, those are free points. That's why they call them free throws.
That's right.
It raises your confidence too, if you know you can go inside, get a few fouls from the other team.
And again, that extra pass, Dr. J. Abarientos, the recipient, getting the basket from the corner.
Well, Alaska is doing one kind of a play, exploiting on the strong side a mismatch, and then posting up Johnny on the other side for the jump shots.
And makikita mo rin dito sa larong ito, they're playing more as a team. They have averaged close to 20 assists in this series, about 4 more than San Miguel.
it's really like clockwork for Alaska. You know, Tim Cohn preaches that, you know, we're in the practices for the RP team, and he says basically the whole triangle is predicated upon thinking pass first and then shoot next. Because if you break it down and you try to be a one-on-one selfish type player,
they're going to get blown out. You know, it's going to take a lot of talking to get that morale back into the team.
Abarientos beats the Rosella to the basket, and this is the biggest lead of Alaska, 22 points.
King Nelson, give me the pass. You have not been making the shot. Give me an opportunity. And Nelson still took it.
And you know, if there's anything lacking or needing in the San Miguel game right now, I know I'm a little biased, but it's from the 2 position, which Alan Kaidik and Mike Musher both play. And right now, they're not getting quite the contribution they would want from those 2. Right now, it's basically they had Ildefonso and you know, Asaitono trying, but he's not getting it done. He's not getting open enough because the 2 guards aren't contributing.
Anak, wala si Luke. I know him well. I know the youngest son well.
Of course, ang pinagmamalaki ng Pangasinan yan, si Governor Ormos. Kasama na rin ni Daniel Defonso. Nakakatakot yun. Talagang kinarga sa likod ni Ildefonso, and Lorendes picking up the foul, almost a dangerous fall.
Yes. You know, that's one of the scariest positions you can ever find yourself in basketball. You're up in the air, you're turned upside down, and there's nothing to, you know, to brace your fall. You're going to land on your back. If who was that?
Yeah, if Wino didn't catch him, he would have been in trouble.
That would have been a lot of pain.
You know, they say that literally San Miguel is riding the back of the ball, but this time it's Lorendes riding the back of Ildefonso. I'll take this break, Vince, to ask you, you've been away. And certainly a lot of fans are asking.
Parents going for the Senate, you know, Robert Jaworski and Lauren Nagarda. So we're all doing our best to help them both out, you know.
Asaitono, libre si Kaidik on the other side, no pass. Finally gets the pass, 3-point shot. Bang!
He's been asking for that. He's been asking for that pass.
That's what he's known for. That's what he's out for.
Laban sa San Miguel, here's that play again. And kanina pa naghahanap, finally nakita ni Tangkinsen. And the trigger man pulls the trigger. And it's swap na swap.
That was very good ball distribution by San Miguel Beer.
San Miguel, if they can get something going here, they only have 1:38 left here in the 3rd quarter.
If San Miguel is going to make a comeback in this game, it has to start right now. Alaska's not getting the shots down like they were earlier, and this is their chance. If they can convert a few shots, they can definitely get within reach.
This is a foul in the act of shooting plus a technical foul.
This may be the opportunity para kay Ron Jacobs to give Nelson Asaitono some of the range that he has lost in this game. Ito yung foul, and now there's the foul. May kasamang pagreklamo ng bahagya. Tinawagan siya ng technical. Kaidik will take technical free throw.
Well, you want Alan to do that because you don't have Rosella on the floor right now. The 2 free throws, San Miguel has cut the lead down to 18. We're only 1:25 left in the 3rd quarter.
Well, hindi mapigilan ng the ball, and he has certainly been the top.
And that's what Alaska would like to be. A spoiler, not a gate crasher. If you're a gate crasher, it means the party will go on. You want this thing happen. Tangkinsen being asked by Nelson, hey, push it up. You don't have all day.
That much time. This is the 3rd quarter. 16 po ang inahabol ng San Miguel. Alan Kaidik. Nakita si Tangkinsen. 3-point shot. Wala. Offensive rebound. And put down. And it's a 10-0 run para sa San Miguel. And they're down by 14. 59-45.
So we're back where we were at the start of the 3rd quarter. Alaska had put it to 24.
And the chant gets louder. Lastimosa, sapo sa likod, at may foul, itatawag laban kay Art de la Cruz.
That'll mean free throw shots for Jojo.
You know, it's always been a general rule of Gordon's that when we're down by a sizable advantage like San Miguel is down right now, we have to get back within reach. Usually we try to shoot before the beginning of the 4th quarter, around 10 points. Let's just say we're down by 25 at halftime. We want to be down by a score of about 10 or 12 points by the end of the 3rd quarter. So when we start with the 4th, you know, we can really get back a lot quicker.
Nakita niyo yung back-to-back play. And Jojo Lastimosa making the first free throw. By the way, I'll take this opportunity. Pagbati ni Executive Director Sunny Barrios ng PBA. Happy birthday to Consul Eddie de Guzman. Isa sa mga suki ng bayan ng superstars ng Philippine Basketball Association.
Galing kay paring Sunny Barrios.
Yes, galing
Saka sa amin.
kay Sunny Barrios. Of course, sa amin na rin dito sa
Okay,
Vintage.
sipay mo kami. Salamat.
Okay, salamat din.
Anyway, Alaska's got one more foul to give before they get into the penalty. They can use that, except for Johnny.
Only that much time remaining here. 16-point lead para sa Alaska. Kaidig is inside. Nagawan. Kenneth Durandez. Hinahabol ni Bob Hawkins. He has enough time and he gets the basket. And Alaska momentarily relinquishing a little of the points, but coming back strong in the final seconds of the third quarter, and they've upped their lead once again. 18 puntos ang hahabulin ng San Miguel come the fourth quarter. Point barrier itong San Miguel. Samantala, bahagya na nagkaproblema ang San Miguel bringing down that ball. Alan Kaidik gives it to Tankinsen. He will not take the shot. His pass picked by Johnny Abarientos, and an easy layup for Abarientos. Lead is up to 20 points.
Same time, Alaska's getting the steals and getting easy layups.
Nothing falling for the Beermen. Lastimosa goes baseline, uses the left hand. That's a mid-season move.
There could have been a foul there too.
The shot clock, tumira sa Saitono. Wala.
Oops.
Rebound makukuha ni Abarientos. Foot race, behind the back, dalawang beses. Almost got away there.
Johnny's just trying to play with Tankinsen and be ice skate for the isolation right now.
And he goes baseline. Inside pass, Dorembes. Pinaglalaro na lamang, and Hawkins gets the basket.
Obviously, a very, very determined Alaska team that wants to bring this to Game 7 on Friday.
And demoralized San Miguel.
I was going to say the same thing, demoralized.
24 na puntos na po ang abante ng Alaska Milk. And again, they need to win para mapunta sa do or die. Game number 7, and another steal, another turnover. Dorembes gets the opener and a slam dunk.
And San Miguel has not called a timeout, try to stop this momentum at all. We're just letting them get away with it.
And what a pass by Joe Lastimosa. Look away pa.
That's right, Sean Chambers.
Well, of course, when he arrived last Sunday, and he said, this is, we've been here, and we know how this feels. And right now, it seems like all that pep talk has worked para sa Alaska Milkmen. They're on top by 26 points, 9 minutes remaining in the ball game.
This definitely is one of the poorest games that we've seen so far in the series.
I think San Miguel really looks a bit tired. I think that last game they had really took something out of them, especially quite obviously Nelson Aceitono, who hasn't been able to put up the numbers.
At
He
all.
had 40 points last game, and he's not quite close to that this game.
Cafe puro slow-mo, Kenneth Dorembes slamming one home. And he has really pumped up a lot of adrenaline in this Alaska game. In the meantime, may report tayo mula kay Anthony Sutay tungkol kay Austin Rosella. Anthony, what's up?
Well, Noli, a while ago in the first half, he stretched that hamstring. Now, they were working with him at the half. Ang sabi naman sa akin, wala namang problema. He can play, but then I guess, since they're down by this big a margin, I don't think we'll see him back. Noli?
Now you can see that Nelson himself is not going to come back after this.
Puntos in the last 40.5 points in the last 2 games.
In fairness to Nelson, though, they rely so much on him, and really 2 days to prepare for the next game, like they had, from Sunday going in tonight's game. It's really difficult. Maybe if they have an extra day, so 3 days until Friday, he'll be well rested and ready for that game 7.
Kenneth Dorembes nagpapatuloy ang kanyang scoring bench here. 73 to 48. 25 puntos ang abante ng Alaska Milk. Kaidik getting inside. Sapal na bahagya pero may foul na itawag laban kay Kevin Ramas.
Now?
Well, Alan is actually a team player too. He knows that Nelson has brought him this far, and he isn't quite in the shape that he wishes he was or would be. Maybe a few years ago he could have done that, but some injuries have hobbled him somewhat. But right now he knows his role is to back up Nelson, and he's...
Rodney Santos gets a screen from Ramas. In and out. Under 8 minutes to play here. Tankinsen, naghahanap ng papasahan. Trying to set up the play. Santa Maria goes inside and he'll draw a foul. Nagkasabitan na naman si Pochwinyo. He's always been around the basket. Kaya naman talagang tumpok sarado rin ang katawan nito si Pochwinyo in this title series.
Take a look at this play in our slow-mo. Wing is a tough defensive player.
And by the way, mga miracle workers are all in the bench.
No more. So these are all the reserve players right now except for Alan Kaidik.
2 all deadlock after the first 4 games. Yung pong bawat serie ngayon went to the maximum 7-game distance. And in 4 of those 5 series, the team that won Game 5 eventually won the title, except for one. And that was the 1995 Governor's Cup meeting ng Alaska at ng San Miguel Beer. So there's so much history riding on this title series, Vince. And obviously, you know, that game...
Poor game, almost comparable to what Johnny did the other night.
That's right.
So Johnny came out a little bit, maybe 100% better than the way he played the other game.
Si Ildefonso nagtapos win ng may 18 puntos. Samantala si Roel Gomez, who has been shooting well from the 3-point range, patuloy pang nagdadagdag ng kalamangan para sa Alaska Milk.
You know, Ruel's a really nice guy, and I've always asked him, how come Tim doesn't play you a little more? Things are definitely looking good if you're an Alaska Milk fan.
Well, again, shades of 95, and we don't know what the future holds, but certainly Coach Tim Cohn will take this one and they will bring it to game number 7. Samantala si Edward Huino has really played well. Nelson Asaitono, what has he done today?
Not much. Against Hawkins, 2 out of 14, 1 out from the field. None against Wino, none against Torrenten, none against Lastimosa.
Look at him, he's looking at the score. Yung big time natin, Dr. Clay, hindi na niya yung kanyang production.
It's okay, he says.
Okay lang yan, sabi niya. Tinitingnan natin dito, Doc, come game 7. Anong mga napuna mo dito?
Now, of course, you know, it started because of Nelson's poor shooting. But Alaska did something a bit more. I think they took the ball out of Nelson's hands, forced the other players to beat them. They were not able to do so.
Situation, obviously, you have not, but how does a play...
To get to the top of this pinnacle, you have to win every game along the way. And there's certain steps, like we had a knockout game a few years ago versus, or a few conferences ago versus San Miguel, and it was do or die. If you want to win the championship, you have to get to the championship series. So of course you have to win those games. So we've been in those types of games, and it's just you have to lay everything out. It's the biggest game of your entire career for a lot of these guys. And,
psychologically, how does a game like this, a blowout, affect the winner and the loser as a player?
Well, it's got to put you a little bit in bad spirits if you know, you're San Miguel right now, and maybe a little bit higher if you're Alaska because of the margin of victory that we're seeing here. It's 30+ points. You know, but you know, it really doesn't matter what's happened before. It really doesn't matter, you know, what's transpired. All that really matters is Friday, 7:30 at the Araneta. At the Araneta.
Yes, that's right.
Araneta.
I can say that. Araneta.
See that?
It might be 6:30, 7 o'clock.
Well, samahan niyo po kami
We'll
sa
see you
game
there.
number 7, certainly.
Whatever time it is.
Samantala, 87-59. 3 block shots para sa sentro ng Alaska Milk.
Well, you can say that the starters are going to be well rested from Game 7 because they're not playing this game anymore.
Oo.
And they're not really pushing themselves here in the 4th quarter at all.
That's a good...
The offense was concerned, and maybe he wanted somebody with a little bit more speed, knowing that Olsen was kind of hampered by that hamstring injury.
2 minutes and 17 seconds remaining bago natin tapusin itong parusa sa San Miguel at magpasimula ng pagpaparty ng Alaska Milk. Of course, they cannot party too much. There's still a Game 7 to play.
And they certainly would not party with their fans. You know, it's among themselves yet until the time comes if they can do it right on Friday.
And the last 2 minutes brought to you by Hope, the largest selling luxury cigarette. It's a 32-point lead para sa Alaska Milk. A blowout of a game. Of course, walang umasa na ganito mangyayari dito sa game number 6. But Alaska just outclassed San Miguel here today. And another turnaround ni Ronnie Santos.
All those players, their confidence level are up. Gary Valenciano.
We will see him for sure in game 7.
Unless may concierto na naman siya.
Ay, yun nga lang. Yun lang makakapigil sa kanya. Ito, Ronnie Santos.
I see a dunk here.
Pinagpakita pa.
Para kay ikaw muna, Vince. Vince says he can't get up, but he can dunk. Obviously.
Dunking donuts lang. I can't dunk the ball anymore. I'll just dunk the donuts in my coffee.
It's a 36-point blowout.
They might be 40 before the game is through.
Here's Gomez. Yes.
That's the guy who cannot dunk. But he can shoot a 3-point shot. That's my man, right?
Saraneta and of course Eugene Gilban. It's only Gomez 8 years in the PBA, and he's certainly earned his spurs here as we come down to the last 43 seconds of game number 6.
Kanina nakakita ko na sa newspaper, nagbabaha ng beer. You know, obviously, bumahama, hindi dahil nagse-celebrate sila. They're crowning their woes. But, like I said, baliwala. You can lose by 1, you can lose by 40. It doesn't mean a thing. It's the W that counts.
40 na, Doc.
Correct.
Yun ang sinasabi mo kanina.
And Alaska may get over the 100 mark because San Miguel is no longer playing defense.
Neither team has gone over the 100 mark in this series. There's Naron inside. Wala pa rin. Let's see. Nakuha pa rin si Naron.
Isa pa nga.
Hindi pa talaga makakuha ng forma eh. Finally, 8.8 seconds remaining.
You gotta shoot this if you want to go over the 100 mark. No, he's not.
Mukhang pipigilin na dun sa 99. 99-61.
99.
Nice number, nice round number pa. Tumira pa. At dyan pa nagwawakas itong game number 6. Fredoy Tengsu is all smiles. And why not? They extend this another day. Ron Jacobs will meet Tim Cohn once again in game number 7. And that should be one hell of a ball game. And obviously, Coach Tim Cohn keeping his chances alive for an 8th title. Dito po sa Philippine Basketball Association. Yan ang ating final score as Alaska ties the series 3-3, 99-61.